You walk into the store looking to upgrade your phone to the newest model. You've got all the enthusiasm for the new features and you're ready to go. And then reality hits you like a sledgehammer. You find out that there are security inconveniences. There are no backups for your phone and unmet financial commitments with the carriers. Needless to say, this throws a lot of cold water on the experience. And you might be trapped at that store for 2 or more anxiety-filled hours. Hi, I'm Mike, and I can help you create a smoother upgrade experience. First and foremost, you need to know your user ID and password to get into your carrier's website to look at your account. And if you got your phone through a carrier deal, then review your account to make sure that you've paid off enough of your phone, owned it long enough, whatever stipulations that the carrier has on your phone. Make sure that all of that is cleared up and that you qualify for an upgrade. And all of this should be available under your profile on the carrier's website. Now, while carrier deals on phones can be quite attractive, there's always strings attached. Most of the time, it comes in the form of bill credits spread over 2 or 3 years. And these deals might trip you up if you want to upgrade before your carrier allows it. This is when it's kind of nice to own your own unlocked iPhone. Also, find out whether your carrier requires a PIN, a personal identification number, before they will allow you to make any changes to your account, including upgrades or adding people as authorized users. And this PIN is in addition to your username and password. So check with your carrier, give them a call, check their website to find out what their policies are around this additional security feature. Now, on top of the PIN as a security feature, your carrier might also have an additional level of security. For instance, AT&T has a setting called extra security. You'll have to go in and enable that, and then you can upgrade. That's got to make sense somewhere in AT&T, right? Now, real quick, if you're finding value in this video, please click the like button. And if you like videos like these, consider hitting the subscribe button. And now let's talk about the Apple side of the process. First and foremost, you need to know your Apple ID and your password. This will allow you to log in to your Apple account on your new device and begin transfer of that key data. Next, ensure that you have a very recent iCloud backup. This will allow a much faster activation process on your new phone. Now, you can update on a phone-to-phone basis, but that process is quite slow. It's about 2 gigabytes per minute in ideal situations. Now, that sounds like it's fast, but actually those minutes pile up when you have 126, 256 gigabytes of information that need to transfer at that rate between the two devices. Now, when it comes to iCloud, I recommend iCloud for any iPhone user. I just do. They're affordable and they just make life a whole lot better, and they make services work well across all of your devices. But when it comes to upgrading and activating a new phone, then at that point, the iCloud backup is very convenient. And I'll also mention that Apple offers a free backup to iCloud service. I've got a link down in the description if you want to learn more about it. But essentially, it'll take place during your reset of your old device, and it will back up to the cloud before it erases the device. And now I'll mention some tips. If you want to upgrade your phone and activate it, Don't show up to the Apple Store within an hour of it closing. That just doesn't allow enough time for the purchase and for the activation. It's just not going to be a 20-minute process. I would plan on being there between 90 minutes and 2 hours. And don't underestimate your own ability to activate your own phone. There is actually a process where you can go to an Apple Store, purchase your new phone, take it home and activate it, come back to the Apple Store with your old device and trade it in as a post-purchase trade-in. And you have 14 days to come back to do that trade-in. The only monkey wrench in all of that is if the carrier actually requires an immediate trade-in, then you won't be able to do the at-home activation process that I just described. Another tip, don't log out of your old iPhone and erase it. Let that happen at the time you come in for your post-purchase trade-in. This will allow the specialist to go through the assessment and the diagnostics a lot faster. And once that trade-in process is complete, the specialist will assist you in fully erasing and resetting the device before you leave. And here's one last very important tip. Welcome a conversation with an Apple Store specialist when it comes to upgrading your phone. There's a lot of things to consider, and the Apple specialists are there to help you through that. They're going to help you remember things like email, using the web, social media, video streaming, casual games, high-performance games, simple camera use or professional camera use, navigation, news, exercise and health, home automation, text messaging, WhatsApp. Think about the storage requirements when it comes to some WhatsApp accounts. Document scanning with a camera, and use of phone speakers and wired and wireless earphones. There are a lot of things to consider. An Apple specialist can help you really determine what's important for you and your new phone. Another thing to keep in mind is when phones first come out, inventory can be quite erratic at the stores, and the waits to purchase online can be measured in weeks. Don't let that time or availability convince you to buy the phone that might not be optimal for you. The worst case scenario is it's going to take a week or two longer than you want, but you're going to be keeping this phone for a year, two, maybe even longer. So it's a good idea to take this investment seriously and be patient to get the phone you want to maximize that investment. So for a quick recap, when it comes to carriers, know your user ID, password, PINs, and research whether there are any other security measures in place. On the Apple side, know your Apple ID and password, and make sure you have an iCloud backup. Really, it's worth it. And finally, if you're going to upgrade your phone and activate it in the store, whether it's at Apple or the carrier, make sure you allow enough time. So if you walk into the store at 1 o'clock and you have an important doctor's appointment at 1:45, you don't have enough time for a phone upgrade. Well, thanks for watching until the end. Did I miss any tips that other people need to know about? Leave them down in the comments. Also, do you have any good stories or horror stories about your own iPhone activation processes in the past? Leave those down in the comments as well. And until next time, have fun, stay safe, and keep learning.